sunglasses or no sunglasses?
I mean, not all my dice are turned
I think you put on when you do like
Hey,
a...
we're back, everybody!
Hello.
You mostly live in this
I
thing
mostly
over
live in
here.
this thing
Yes.
right
That's
here.
it. You'll
Yeah.
always
That's your
look
hero.
All right, I tried to learn by watching Tom last game.
I learned by watching you,
to
Tom.
get the gist of what's going on here.
Not a great idea.
No, sometimes that's a good idea.
Yeah, sometimes.
So I guess I will do the thing of, there's camera motions.
There's cameras.
Yeah, there's cameras. Hi, I'm Brian Patterson. I will be your DM for this segment today. We're going to be running Karthun Lands of Conflict. It's all some first level hijinks, so hopefully no one dies. And let me see if I can do it the way you did it. Basically, if you're watching this thing, this is where I live. This camera here, the one I'm pointing at. There is a main camera here that sees all of you.
Yes.
For the two of you, you live in that camera right over there. And the two of you live in this camera over here.
I live here, but the rent is still really high. Darn Los Angeles.
We've only paid 1 month and we're already a little overwhelmed.
So, like I said, I'll be running Karthun Lands of Conflict. It'll be 5th edition D&D. Should be a good time. If not, it'll just be over very quickly. And then we'll play, D&D?
Oh, it will not be over quickly, Brian. Don't worry.
I imagine not.
I plan to prolong this as long as possible because I'm enjoying the deep, quenching feeling, the part of my soul that yearns to play a bard, the part of my life that has been thus far
Don't touch me.
unfulfilled. A part of my life that wants to share the bardic awesomeness that is within with the rest of my party. Chat, if you would like to let me know exactly which voice we're going with today, I think we're going to go with the dulcet tones of Tiana Vosh today.
Are they playing for all of our
I
voices?
may be doing a lot of this, whether you'd like it or not.
Okay, so hopefully I don't flub this too badly, so I'll go through it. And today, this whole thing is going to be going on here with us. We're going to be playing games and all that good stuff. And you will be hopefully throwing money at a very, very worthy cause. And along the way, you'll be unlocking some sweet game effects that will happen for the group, some effects that will happen for me. And correct me if I'm wrong, when does the giveaway stuff? I read the list of what we're giving away.
We have a pile of stuff to give away. If you are just tuning in with us, the way that this works out is if you donate at any point during the stream to help the party along or to unlock something that Brian could inflict upon us, then any donation that you make enters you into essentially a drawing. Right, and as long as you haven't won a drawing during the previous 18 hours of the of the marathon, you're eligible to win our prize package. Why don't you run down what our prize package is?
Today's prize package for this goodness is we're giving away one player portrait drawn by me. Basically, any character that you got. You know, I will be happy to draw a nice, beautiful, full-color portrait of your character for you.
Here's an example of some of his art. It's really cool.
Oh, those are some really, really quick sketches
you?
I did.
Wow.
They're really cool.
That's amazing.
I mean,
You're
obviously
so cool, dude.
Obviously, the cover of the book and
some,
all that too.
Yeah,
but
like I'm going to put in more than 5 minutes on your portrait.
Yeah, well,
If you're not familiar, you can go to d20monkey.com and you can see all of Brian has a webcomic and he has a number of T-shirts which are currently on sale.
True.
That say bards are awesome. Favorite enemy of the patriarchy.
Yeah.
I have a really great dungeon crawlers
That you were gonna
society
wear.
that I was gonna wear, but then chat forced me to wear this.
Yeah.
So check that out.
No bad choices.
Support Brian. He is like many of us, making his way in the world as an artist, and it's not always an easy path to walk. So,
True. But today, throw your money. at
That's an
this.
example of what you're gonna get if you get part of the prize package. Is a pretty cool pair.
Yeah.
Really
Cooler than
cool.
this.
Cooler
And
than
this
that.
is cool.
Yeah. I'll put more than 5.
What else do we
minutes
have in the bucket?
There is a $10 gift card from Drive-Thru RPG for all of your PDF-y RPG goodness that you can use. There is one set of Polyhero dice that I can't reach.
They're over here. They're
They're in the prize pack.
Are they
yeah.
the cool shaped ones?
Those are really
Yes, they
Yeah.
are a warrior set, and these are the black and goblin green.
Black and goblin green.
Those are really neat.
Where they're like the D8 is shaped like a cleric's mace, and
These
the
are all warrior weapons.
oh, these
Yeah,
are
these
warrior
are
They
weapons.
have a
Awesome.
wizard
Right,
and a
it's not
rogue
a
set.
cleric's mace. It's a warrior's mace. Thank you.
Very different.
Noted.
I mean, come on, it's labeled it's right there. Let's see, there's probably hero dice. One, Savage Worlds Deluxe Core Rules Book from Pinnacle.
Yeah.
Nice.
Savage Worlds is a lot of fun. If you haven't played it, it's definitely worth your time. A 5-pack of golden D20 campaign coins.
Very cool.
Campaign coins. Amazing campaign coin type things.
And these are the ones that are shaped like a D20, and they have a 1 on one side and they have a 20 on the other. They're really cool. We use them on our Iron Keep
Yeah, those.
on our
Thank
Iron Keep
you.
Chronicles show. We use
These
them.
guys.
For bumps.
Yeah.
Bumps.
There are bumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are so nice. You use these for the bumps?
Yep.
We may need these today.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. You win one Arc Knight Digital Silver Loot Box.
Oh, is that?
It's
It's
digital.
digital.
Oh, it's digital. Just kidding. It's
We
in the
all
ether.
did it. It's digital. Where is it?
It's a bunch of print and play miniatures from different sets and a bunch of cool maps that you
Right.
can print and use.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
Oh, that's so dope.
All right.
Right.
PDF miniatures and maps that you can print off and use in your game.
One Sweet Fate bookmark from Evil Hat Productions.
These are the most artisanal,
Artisanal.
finely sourced bookmarks for Fate that you will ever
They are
encounter.
fantastic
We
bookmarks.
also have some other cool stuff. from
There's
Evil
some
Hat.
other cool stuff. A Dresden Files card game promo pack from Evil Hat. If you've not played Defco, it is a lot of fun. Even if you have not read the books.
And these promo packs, these aren't something that you can buy in the store, I don't believe, right? Like, I think these there's the base game, there's a set of expansions that you can get, but these promo packs were only like if you back the Kickstarter,
Yep.
and there's a limited run of extra ones. So those are cool.
They are excellent. Let's see. Oh, hey. Okay. Sorry, I'm reading this list. Sorry, I'm reading this list and not talking to you. I'm sorry. And getting the updated notes on this. We're giving away a copy of Karthun, if I
Yes.
understand that.
Yes.
We're giving
Yes.
away one copy of
Yeah.
Karthun Lands of Conflict, which is the setting we'll be playing in today. It's the setting I started writing when I was 11 years old.
Aw.
Yeah, and it's actually real. Look, it's a real book with stuff in
You
it.
did it.
No,
Dreams do come true.
I just like huffing new books. I'm sorry.
It smells like childhood dreams.
Like
It smells like childhood dreams.
If you want more information, Evil Hat is publishing it, so you can go to evilhat.com and look for Karthun. It comes out in July, mid-July, for retail sale. It's not available unless you're a Kickstarter backer. If you want some more information, you could go to the Kickstarter page and check that out. But yeah,
It's fantastic. You should go check it out. I'm trying to get better about saying that. It's great. You should
It
go
is
look at
great.
it. And let's see, for our largest donation during the whole marathon, we'll be giving away one Kaiju card game, it's Kaiju Incorporated, the card game from Evil Hat Productions.
Yes.
Which is also fun and also a lot of fun. And if you like my art, you'll like that because I did all the art in that too.
Oh, nice.
I'm very busy.
If you ever, you're very busy, and if you ever watch The Dice Tower with Tom Vassell, where he reviews all the different
yeah.
board games and stuff like that, you go look up the review that he did of Kaiju Inc., the card game. There's also a RPG game, but of the card game, and he gives it the seal of approval, and at the end he's like, it reminds me a lot of Machikoro,
Ooh.
but I
Yeah.
think it's better than Machikoro, which is
which is scandalous.
that was
Save the
like,
scandal.
we saw that came around, and it was like that. We just let things go out into the wild and hope that the reviews come back nice. And that one was a really nice thing.
which was really
Nobody
great.
expected him to say that.
But it's a super fun game, very
Yeah.
fast, good for family fun, all that good stuff. So, I'm going to get us rolling here.
Very good.
Characters, I did pre-rolls for this session. The pre-roll characters have been assigned, or chosen, I should say. Well, one was assigned.
One was assigned.
One was assigned.
This brings up a point that I hate to interrupt, but I feel like we should probably go around the table and make sure that everybody knows who's playing today.
Absolutely,
right?
that's what I was
I'm going to
getting
start
to.
with myself because I'm most important. Hey, everybody. I'm
Jeez.
Tom Lommel.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you for making sure that I got to play the Bard today. That is due to your donations, and I am appreciating that.
Why are you being sarcastic right now
Because
about this?
I've also developed the character of the Dungeon Bastard, and I have a long-standing problem playing bards as the Dungeon Bastard. So that's where we're going to leave that for now. We'll see how it turns out. You can also catch me and my cohort here, Garav Galati,
Hey.
Wednesday nights when we play D&D on a show called the Iron Keep Chronicles. We're playing the Sunless Citadel.
Yep.
Rav, it's your turn.
Hey, it's my turn.
Bring it on.
Hi, everybody. I'm playing Steld Brightholm, who is a dwarf cleric soldier who's neutral good. And I'm being told that we're all cops.
Yes, for this session, you will
So-
be members of a city watch.
Members of a city watch,
This will be
yes.
one night on the job. That's basically what this whole session is going to be.
Oh.
D&D PD.
Oh.
It is D&D PD.
Oh.
It is D&D PD.
We're going to do a stakeout.
Yeah.
That's
It
cool.
is, it is
You should
one
be some
night
kind
on the
of
job.
writer, dude.
Yep. The session will literally begin in the here's what I need you to do briefing room. There will be law and order gavels, all that good stuff. You know. Yep. Yes. It will be one night on the job, and we'll see how your night plays out, basically. So,
Cool. Well, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm Rick. I play Estrand Colthus. Human, a fighter, a folk hero, and I'm neutral good.
We are.
Yeah, no, just happy to be on the team.
We're happy to have you.
Absolutely.
I'm probably going to push you into the line of fire at some point. So
That's a good call.
I'll be right behind the bard.
With his 7 hit points.
It is gonna be some first level stuff. Yeah.
I did
Oh,
not.
yeah.
I
We're
did
going
not
to
like.
take it to next level.
Oh yeah.
Is there a donation where they can give us more hit points? Or yes, there is.
Yeah.
Cool. Do that.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
pull an Amy Vorpal right now. I need this, you guys. I need them. I need.
I need
I've
some
got,
hit points. It's true.
I've got 7 fucking hit points. I need more hit points.
Miserable.
Works for Amy. Good
I
work
will
for Amy.
really need some hit points because today I am playing Helmus Dolmanger, a human rogue criminal background. So
Whoa.
that's going to be interesting.
Yep.
I am Sam DeLev. You may know me from Geek and Sundry, where I am on Eric's TBD RPG, the Doctor Who RPG, where I will, for one more episode, play Rococococo, and will be premiering on July the 5th on Shield of Tomorrow, where I play Juniel Rue. You may also see me on Alpha, where I am on Vast and play a medic named Merza Bolchet.
Excellent.
Cool.
Awesome.
That's very awesome.
Thank you guys for coming and sitting in. This is great to have like special guest stars.
I'm so excited to be here. I've been so hyped.
Cool.
Awesome. Good.
Okay. I'm making sure my stuff's good to go here. I'm just going to ask questions because I've never been on this show and done this before. So,
Go for it. Happy to help.
will colors change on this thing when things are unlocked, or will you guys?
I am writing them on there when they are unlocked. So if they are on your screen, they have been unlocked, and we have 2 more coming in. So
Wow.
we should start giving those
Yeah, it
out.
goes quick.
Okay.
It goes real
All
quick.
right, so there's a whole bunch of stuff that has happened.
And some of the stuff, if it's like not applicable in the moment, it's okay for you to like hold it
I'll hold it
back,
back.
and
Yeah,
then and
okay.
wait for it to come up.
Yep.
But some of the stuff, you know, like so in my last session, that thing where the sidekick came in and did a heroic sacrifice, that was unlocked way early.
Okay.
So I held on to that. But the stuff like, oh, you get extra karma points and things like that, I let you guys have that right away.
I got you.
So
I
you
got you.
pick and choose as your DM instincts as merit. But
Okay. Well, we're going to roll into this, so let's go ahead and handle a few things. That is, yeah, okay. That is amazing that things have already unlocked. Yeah.
Thanks,
Oh my-
everyone.
Holy crap!
yep.
Yep.
They already unlocked that one. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that one?
I hope it's hit points. Because we need it.
Tell us.
Oh, you guys worry too much. You worry too much.
I got
I'm
vaporized
first level.
by
Worrying's
Galactus.
my job.
Really? Oh, wow.
You worry too
I
much.
didn't worry too much. I got vaporized by Galactus.
That's true. I mean, you kind of peaked there. I mean, what death
Well,
is going to be
peak
worse?
Chad peaked there.
What death is going to be worse than that? You know, let's get
Oh,
on
when you
this,
put it
all
that
right?
way.
What death is going to be more heroic than
Exactly.
that? Is the way I look at it.
Okay, so basically here's what we're going to do. I'm going to roll out a couple of these. The big one that we'll cover up front, because that's the one that would probably get the most, hey, how does that work type stuff, is the good people in chat. I'm making a point to look at that camera now.
Yes.
The good people in chat have unlocked something that I introduced through the comic and through some of the rules that are coming for Karthun. One thing you're going to notice about this setting, and I'll cover a little bit of the setting just in a second, but one thing that I really baked into it was the whole idea that there is old school D&D, and old school D&D is a lot of fun. But me, over the years, I grew up really liking games like Final Fantasy and things like that, where it seemed to take some of the core concepts of D&D or role-playing games and turned up certain knobs. And in that case, I introduced something called critical maneuvers, which you'll see a space on all of your sheets called critical maneuvers. And they're already unlocked, so we're going to fill those in right now.
Sweet.
Basically, the way I want you to think about a critical maneuver is I want you to think about it in terms of a limit break from Final Fantasy VII.
Cool.
Okay? Whenever you got to a certain point where you did like whenever you did a crit, essentially, like the game had its own mechanic, but for us, when you roll a natural 20 on an attack roll, and that can be spell, weapon, whatever the case may be, something extra special is going to happen with your crit. Okay, you're going to do extra damage, but you're also going to bake in kind of an extra flourish to it, for lack of a better phrase. Okay, elementals and elemental magic play a big part in this world, even back from the world's creation up until now. So the way I describe it, where you role play it, is we'll take one of the characters, for example, we'll take Stealth. We'll start with Stealth. Okay. Stealth's critical maneuver may be, you'll have a bonus damage on there. I think you have, what, a D8?
It's 1d8, yeah.
Each of you have a bonus D8, okay? So you're going to roll your crit. You would roll damage like normal, but then there's also that D8. That D8 is going to be represented by one energy type. So like you choose fire, or if you want to go dark, necrotic, whatever the case may be. And the reason you say that is because somewhere back, in the way back, the primal stuff that was used to make your race, basically by the gods, there's a little spark of it that's still in you. And in these primal moments when, wow, I did something really badass and fucking awesome, it sparks and you manifest this kind of ability, So yes, for terms of mechanics, if you choose fire, that is D8 fire, damage that you would do. And you can, basically look at any of the kind of energy types that you would see in spells and the DMG and all that stuff and choose one. The only kick to it is when you choose it, now it's yours. That represents a deep, deep, deep core of who you are. You'll also see there is a space next to that. You'll have like what the type is, the damage, and then a thing after. What did I label that?
Secondary power.
It's a secondary power, okay? What that means is, in the terms of instead of just saying, boom, here's extra damage. Oh, look, you're a firework, or whatever, or a cold snap, whatever the case may be. There's always some kind of little secondary power, okay? And right now, I'm going to admit this to the chat so people don't start jumping on me, in case they jump on you. It is in playtest and a little loosey-goosey at the moment, okay? So for the purpose of this, you're going to help playtest some of that for a minute.
Cool.
And if it's broken, so what? It's broken.
Cool.
But what that means is I want you to think about it in terms of maybe if I hit this crit and use this maneuver, maybe I push my targets, 2 squares or 3 squares.
Gotcha.
Maybe my AC goes up by 1 for the remainder of this fight because stone is my core element, and suddenly like I drew it in the comic, hers manifested, and suddenly her skin looked more like stone, and she was harder to move around,
Gotcha.
That sort of thing. So do not be afraid to kind of turn up the descriptions, and kind of the magic fantasy aspect of it. This isn't Greyhawk. This I want this to be really fantastical, really magical type stuff. So think about it for a second.
That's the secondary power.
That's maybe what your secondary thing is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it lasts for the rest of the combat, or a turn, or a round, or
I've been doing it for the rest of the combat.
Okay.
It doesn't stack, but once if you hit that crit early, and suddenly it's like, boom, look at me, I'm powered up. Suddenly it's incentive to just wade the hell in. And like I said, it's pretty loosey-goosey right now, so even because you're first level and you kind of want to fudge it a little bit, if suddenly you're like, my spark is radiant, so I'm doing radiant damage, maybe I get some hit points back, because this thing fires up, but that's a one-time deal for that fight that you get, so keep that in mind. All right, like I said, we can discuss it real quick, and you guys can kind of assign some stuff, and we can go.
Cool.
So trust me, when the actual GM's guide comes out, it'll be much more play tested. So
Cool.
but that's a weird little thing that we're working with now. So,
Okay.
Excellent. This is
Yeah.
So we should decide that. Is there anything else in terms of our character sheet that we've got our spells picked? That's set. What can we run down? What? I'm sorry. So I missed out. You're a cleric. You're the
Yes,
criminal rogue.
my spell is Dagger.
Dagger repeatedly. Yeah.
And Rick, what kind of
Fighter.
You're a fighter. Okay. So, are you a healing cleric? Or
Yeah.
or
Well,
Please.
Life.
I don't have any. Well, I have cure wounds.
I think life is your domain.
Okay.
That's the
okay.
robot domain.
Yeah.
Life is your domain. And again, another reason why I chose to do first levels for this is because normally this session we're going to run is normally kind of a teaching session. I'm going to dial it up a little bit on you guys because you know how to play.
Gotcha.
You know?
Cool.
Plus, the chat's going to be helping you out with some stuff. Clearly, the chat's going to be helping you out with some stuff. And hurting you,
Maybe I should be watching chat.
Cool.
maybe.
Bring it
We'll
on,
see.
chat.
We'll see how that
We
goes.
can handle it. Unless it's Galactus, then we can't.
I mean, I don't plan to drop Galactus on you in the course of this session.
Okay.
But the
Who
day,
knows what we'll get in the donation?
but the night's young. The night is young, or the day's young. We'll see how it goes.
Maybe a great old one or something.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Would it?
I think
For
it'd be,
whom?
I think it'd be fantastic. I love role-playing
Galactus versus
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
That was last night. That was last night.
So, other things to keep in mind, and I guess that's what we'll do is because some of these can be triggered multiple times.
Okay.
So we'll trigger a couple of these now at the start.
Should we go around and pick those energy types?
Go
now,
ahead.
then?
Go ahead and go ahead and assign your things now.
Okay.
And then I'll roll into what to expect from the setting and where we're starting, and then I'll start handing more of these things out and we'll get into it. So,
Okay. Cool.
Do you have any more indexed cards?
I
in
do.
your bag?
I have a metric
Oh.
ton.
Why didn't I ask you? I meant to get them out.
That's a very large number.
There you go.
All right. Very.
I am.
Very high
Look,
math.
I don't know if you guys know this about me. You probably don't, but I am
Make
an
an
office
intake?
supply
Oh, nice. Yeah.
fiend. I love nothing more than going to office supply stores and just huffing index cards for
Thank you.
hours on end. So if you need scrap paper, if you need index cards,
I
all that
relate.
stuff. Yep.
Holy cow.
There you go.
You are prepared.
And you're also a mechanical pencil fan. Ah,
That they also get destroyed sometimes.
Yeah.
But
yep. Yeah. Are you guys making name placards,
tags,
name tags for
yes.
yourselves?
nice.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the GM screen.
Yeah, they're over there too.
Anyone else have strong feelings about the elemental manifestation they want to lay down?
I was thinking like lightning or radiant sounded cool too, actually, because I'm a cleric.
Oh, that's
anyways.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll go radiant then.
Not gonna lie, I really want to go psychic.
Ooh.
That'd be cool.
All right.
What do you want your secondary thing to be?
I want to do frighten, the fear effect.
Okay. Oh, I get it. So basically, you manifest extra psychic damage, and the target is frightened.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with that.
Cool. Thank you.
Secondary effect. I want to heal people. How can I heal
Get
people with my
the-
secondary effect?
Okay.
Like anytime I use an action, I can heal someone
wanna get a
1d4
card
or
to me?
something.
Yeah, I think maybe if you hit that and it triggers when you make your attack, maybe you let out like a burst on yourself,
Okay.
and anyone that's near you would get it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. What seems fair for healing? 1d4, 1d6.
Let's do 1d6.
1d6. Cool.
We'll do 1d6 mainly just because first level.
Yeah. Sure.
It's okay, guys. My backup character is great.
Yeah, your backup character is the criminal world that you left behind. Is that what the plan is here? I think what I'm going
Yeah.
to do is a D8 psychic damage with the secondary effect. As soon as that is triggered, you hear the smooth, dulcet jazz tones of a wailing saxophone that reverberates for the rest of the combat.
Mr. Baker Street in the background.
And anyone whom I direct those tones towards can gain a 1d3 on their 2-hit roll for attacks.
I'm with that. Yeah,
All right.
I'm with it.
1d3.
Yeah.
I bought some d3s because I'm a nerd.
I gave that one back to you. By the way. I found it
Nerds at a D&D table.
It's so weird. Very good. All right.
All right, that's awesome. I like it. All right. Strond, what are you thinking?
I don't know. You want to make some suggestions?
Sure. Basic ones you could do: fire, lightning, water. I just sweat all over everyone.
Fire sounds pretty cool.
Fire sounds pretty cool. Okay,
Sure.
we'll start with fire. That'll be your added
elemental.
elemental type. And for your secondary effect, you could lay some kind of burning effect on someone you hit. You know, like they're going to take maybe an extra D6 the next turn, their next turn or something, because you literally lit them on fire.
I mean,
You
that
know?
sounds perfect.
Okay. Just
Call it burning.
write her down. Yeah. Dope. Easy enough. Okay. So while you guys are getting that set, you got your characters in front of you. Kind of reviewed those guys. So let me tell you basically what we're dealing with here. The way I normally describe that is Karthun is a world with problems. Okay. While I will not spend a long time in this session giving you backstory, the short version is things are pretty bad. You had a group of an original group of small group of gods. One thing you're going to notice when I talk about the gods in this session is there aren't many of them. You know, literally there were only 6 to start, and a few generations back, one of them was murdered by another one over just pettiness, you know, and things like that. So there aren't going to be many gods. So you're going to be dealing with a lot of. It may even come up in this session. You're going to deal with the whole idea that there is one god, or a god may mean different things to different people. You know, where a good example I give for that is Felikos. Felikos is the king of rogues. That's his moniker. But his faith is kind of divided into 2 sections. You have the assassins, who are the daggers of Felikos, and they are the cloak in the shadows, super evil, trying to get ahead, super ambitious assassins, you know, that kill in honor of him. Then you have the others, who someone, not me, I wish I could have thought of it, they are the favored coins, lovingly referred to as the Han Solos. They're scoundrels, and you know, they're rogues, and they steal, and you know, they may get into some tussles and do some things that are a little shady, but at their core, they're not always necessarily super evil people. You know, they're just scoundrels, you know, getting by, you know. So that's what they do, you know. So that's one thing that normally comes up with Helmus, with rogues. That is a thing that normally comes up, is you don't have to worship the gods if you don't want to, you know. But a lot of people do, because of one big thing that separates them from other settings, is the gods in this setting literally walk this setting with you.
Oh.
If you can find them, you know, some of them have homes they live in, others are kind of in hiding, like Felikos right now is in hiding. You can find the gods and have a conversation with them if you work it out the right way, you know. Others are welcoming. They're like, yeah, sure, let's talk, you know, whatever. So that's the thing you have going on. Make sure nothing else popped up. So all that said, Karthun is a world of problems. And the biggest problem...
What?
Whoa!
We hit
I'm
5,000.
going to interrupt. Hit 5,000!
Oh,
Yeah!
yeah!
That is amazing.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Holy cow.
That is
Wow.
fantastic.
You guys are amazing.
Oh, that is so good. Oh, that is great. Man, it's going to be a bummer when I kill somebody's character now. So, Karthun is a world of problems, okay? And I'll describe some of the little problems or some of the big problems it has as we go. Like I said, I won't front load you with a bunch of lore. No point in that. What you all should care about today is where we live. We live in a city called Narhal, Narhal. Narhal is a free city. It wasn't always a free city, but it is a free city now. And it sits on the border between 2 nations. Those nations are Andern and Tavia, but that probably won't come up in the course of this session. Things you need to know about Narhal. Now, it's up to you with these characters. I've given you basically some stat blocks, a basic appearance, and kind of a thing to work with. They are yours to take and run with, you know, however you see fit, okay? Narhal is a city, it has a moniker. It is called the City of Harsh Reflections. The reason why is, well, there's a couple of reasons, but the biggest one is basically the appearance of the city itself. Think of a large metropolitan D&D style city, okay? You know, think of anything you've seen in any role-playing game you've played in. It started as a mining camp, and the city started to be built up, okay? But as we started to get into the mining, basically a lot of the quarry and the ravine around this thing started to get deeper and deeper around the city. So you also now have a city that is almost like a reverse. The towers have been built off the bases of the one from the top and hang, you know, and you've got this huge earth structure that kind of holds the thing up, you know. So it's literally a city of day and a city of night. That is what they're lovingly referred to as, okay? Mining is huge here, okay? The City of Day right now is not your problem because all of you are going to be members of the Night Guard. You are cops working in the City of Night, okay? City of Night, because of the opposite reflection that it has of the Day City and whatnot. The other reason being is because of the way this thing is laid out. It is not bright down here. You're going to be, during the peak hours of the day, during daytime and whatnot, it has been engineered to where you'll have some streams of sunlight coming from the outside. If you get in the outer ring areas of the City of Night, of course there's sunlight, but if you get closer to the center, the darker it gets, okay? So people down here kind of, I'll put it this way, a lot of the miners, mining families, things like that are kind of based down here. It's not necessarily that trope of the City of Day is all the rich people and the City of Night is all the poor people. It's really not that. People make a good living down here. People live pretty comfortably. But with the City of Night being what it is, criminal elements in the city do tend to hang out here, okay? Over the course of the time, if you guys are from here, you can feel free to be like, hey, do I know about blank? And I'll say yes or no. Or we'll make a check for it. If you're someone who was not born here, but you came here and took a job, working in the Night Guard, that's cool too. It's really up to each one of you to decide. That's not a problem for me. But tonight, this session, we are dealing with all of you, people who, up until just a few days ago, were the equivalent of a beat cop. You were literally the basic armor, City of Night tabard wearing, club carrying NPC guards that you see brought into every campaign at some point and just get wrecked by somebody that comes by, okay? You were red shirts. You're now blue shirts, okay?
Is that why we're purple shirts?
You know what? We're purple shirts today. That's what it is.
Nice.
Matter of fact, I'm changing that canon now because I haven't drawn those guards yet. They're now purple.
Cool.
So
Change the
basically,
world.
what we're dealing with is all of you, basically have been on the Night Guard for a respectable period of time. Okay. Yes, you're all first level, but you're first level, but you're scrappy. I think you even made the joke. Ready to take it to the next level? Yeah, you're really close.
My thing says I'm a folk hero. I'm a folk hero being a first level guard.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Because maybe the reason you got promoted to this position that you're in now is because you were that one lone footman or that one lone nightman, which are called. You were the nightman who, when everything went to shit for the rest of your squad, you survived it. You brought them in. You got the collar.
Cool.
And because in the City of Night, now you're a folk hero. Around here, you're going to get hospitality. You're going to get pats on the back. All that.
I like this town.
That's what comes with it. The City of Night is dangerous. You're going to find out, as people, unfortunately, in my home games, and if you're watching, I'm very sorry, have found out that Karthun can be very dangerous, okay? But tonight, what we're going to be dealing with is, this is your first night on the job in your new positions, okay? You'll notice that by your sketches, you're all wearing kind of more individualized clothing, but you do have a few things that are consistent. You all have badges.
Okay.
You all have your standards, whatnot. As far as how you're dressed and what you look like, that's up to you to describe to me, each other, and the stream. That's fine.
Cool.
But just keep in mind, you do have a set of manacles because while lethal force is okay in harsh situations and no one's going to ask a ton of questions, if you can bring somebody in alive, it's always better. Think about it in terms of you are cops.
You're not murdered.
Cops with a little more leeway because it's D&D.
Right.
We'll put that.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll go with that.
Well, and one of just to tie back around to our last session, one of the ways that you earn karma normally in a Marvel superheroes game is arresting criminals and bringing them to justice and saving innocent people. It's the same kind of idea, right?
Absolutely. So, just do what the mood strikes you. Do whatever you see fit. Because that's the other thing to keep in mind here. This is a D&D world. There are monsters. There are horrible things. So let's get to that part. The horrible things that people know about this city. Okay. The other reason it's called the City of Harsh Reflection is because there is a tradition in this city. It started years and years and years ago. But the biggest tradition is when people go to bed at night, they put something over their mirrors. Maybe it's superstition. Maybe it's whatever. But a period of years ago, this whole thing kind of flooded through the city where higher ups, people in the know, magic type people, religious type people, just started. They got wind that there's something or some things, completely what seems at random periods of time, at night, would come through the mirrors and take people. So now there's this superstition. You go to bed at night, you cover your mirror. As far as you guys being cops are concerned or being night guard, you haven't had an incident of that in a long time. People still do it. The other things to keep in mind is this is a large mining city. There are many shafts from the City of Night that will go down, the main structure itself. And that is one trope I will always lean on. The classic, we dug too deep,
Right.
we dug too greedily. And there are things down there that should best be left untouched, okay? You've had accidents over the centuries and over the years down there where major cave-ins have happened. So yes, of course, there's rumors of entire shafts just filled with undead, and they just sealed it and went, let's just hope that goes away, But sometimes things creep out, whatever the case may be. For you, the people of the city and the criminal element are your primary concerns. Okay. Anything else that comes along, well, you're night guard.
Somebody else's problem.
Either you deal with it, or man, somebody else will handle it. We'll call it in, whatever the case may be. So tonight, that is where we are starting. Is going to be the four of you on your first night. As where basically you have the nightman, you are officially night guard now. So you have a little bit more authority, a little bit more swag, and being and living here in the city, you're going to have a little bit more free reign with the how do I get from point A to point B type stuff. I don't drag you down in that minutia. If you want to try to get somewhere, you know how to get there. You've walked this beat enough. So that is, if I could say anything to you, that is something you're going to find playing with me behind this screen. I don't get bogged down in the minutia. So if things are a little fast and loose, just to keep the game moving, that's what I'll do.
Just go directly to murdering the PCs.
Get to the kids.
Hopefully not.
Don't listen to them.
No one wants to kill anyone.
You should read the chat.
Well, they calling for blood already?
There's more stuff unlocked.
Do I? Okay, let's go look.
Yeah, if you need.
Oh
Got
my
you.
God. Really? That one already? Okay, then we'll probably just start with that one. Okay, let's start with some bonus stuff. Let's start with some good news for you guys.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Good news sounds good.
Okay,
Definitionally.
we're gonna start with the bumps.
Oh,
Now,
bumps.
I did borrow some of these things from Tom.
Iron Keep, or
Yeah, from
Iron
Keep.
Iron Keep stuff. Everyone gets a bump. That is a +1 on any roll.
Cool.
Each player gets 1. I get 3.
Okay, cool.
So
Megan, can we get the bumps tray over there?
Oh, you got a bumps tray.
Yeah,
Excellent.
that's the
oh,
big
that's where
one.
those came from. Okay.
That
Yes,
was actually
yeah,
been triggered
yes, that
twice, So
And that has been triggered
everyone
twice.
gets 2 bumps and you get 6.
Everyone gets 2.
Oh, sweet.
Thank you. Everyone
Bump
gets
it up.
2.
And so
Thank you.
the only restriction on these, it won't matter now.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You can use them on any roll, so you can bump damage, you can bump an ability check, you can bump whatever. You can't use more than 3 at once. And you have to say you're going to use it before you roll.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the only thing, right?
Good.
So you can't go, oh, I missed that by 2.
Yeah.
I'm going to bump it now. Yeah, I got you. Okay. So we'll keep this nearby.
Declare a bump. Roll
Yep.
a natural 1. Feel real bad about yourself.
Yep.
Got it.
That's kind of
Just
part
want
of the
to crawl
idea.
into a hole. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and also, sometimes people are like, "Oh, can I use a bump to like lower his roll?" There's no offsetting, so he can raise something up with his, but
Okay. Another thing that
So
has
we're the things that go bump in the night?
Oh, you are.
Wow.
Well, I mean,
Clever.
I wasn't on the fence about it, but now you just drove it home. Another thing that has been unlocked is inspiration. A random PC gets advantage for 1 hour. They requested Sam, and because of that, you
Yeah.
absolutely
You've
get
done it.
it.
Thank you.
You earned it.
Absolutely get it. So we'll try to keep a loose time on that. So you get in for about an hour. Yeah.
Cool. There's a clock up there if we want to keep going.
I will set an alarm on my
Oh.
phone because I want a chance at this inspiration that I've heard
This
so much
alarm?
about.
It's definitely going to scare us in 1
Inspiration
hour.
is great.
Really loud.
Every time.
Okay. The other thing that I'll roll out there because reasons. Another thing that has been unlocked is you are the law. And by the law,
Whoa.
if you
Are we Judge
Are we
Dredd?
in Judge
if you hear it, if you hear
It's
it,
our first
law,
night.
then that's what you hear. If you hear Stallone voice, you are the law. All players have advantage on intimidate for 1 hour.
Oh,
So we'll
nice.
tie that right to your
All right.
other advantage thing,
All right.
so we can
Let's
keep
try
We
track
gotta
of it.
like start
Shaking
going.
people
Come
down.
on.
Yeah, we're gonna get going.
We gotta get going. We gotta get rolling. Gotta use this roll.
All right. Another thing that's been unlocked: elemental lineage. The thing that we talked about that was your spark.
Okay.
We'll probably, I think that's how we'll do that. We'll tie that to whatever your spark is. Elemental lineage, one random player gains resistance to one energy type. And that's
Okay.
for the session,
Okay.
okay? So we'll do it this way. There's 4 of you. Somebody roll a d4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
3.
There you go.
You get it.
Strahd, you now have resistance to, what is your energy type? Fire?
Yeah.
You have resistance to fire.
Nice.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
Thank
Your inner thing is just
Yeah, roll well.
powered up today. That's an event you guys don't need to worry about.
You're on fire.
Inspiration for another PC has come in.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
Sam's got inspiration.
Roll a
You-
D3.
Did you
If
say you
only
had
we had a
D3s?
I have a D3.
Roll a D3.
Who's number one?
1, 2, 3.
One,
Of
two,
course, the
three.
Bard's 1. Come on.
Bard's number one.
Bard's number
You
one.
roll it. I feel
Bard
bad.
Bard
rolling.
believes he's number one. Always.
Too much pressure. You just rolled
Oh,
yourself.
you get it.
You
Good
rolled
job.
yourself.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, who hasn't rolled
Everything's
themselves?
coming up red.
Everything's coming up
We all
Millis.
roll.
Yeah.
We all roll ourselves sometimes. Come on.
Oh, it's strong.
All right, and then the other 2 events that I have on here are just nothing you guys need to worry about right now. No, we're
Great.
fine.
Uh-oh.
Sure.
That
everything's
seems
good.
ominous.
No problem.
Great.
There's no problems. I don't know what.
Yeah.
But for copyright reasons, we're going to call him Pal Lactus.
Lactus.
He just shows up and hugs everybody. You know, you guys are doing a great job. By the way, Karthun's fucked. So I don't want to eat it, so I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Thanks, pal.
Thanks, pal. Okay, so let's roll into this thing. So, first night on the job. Like any crime procedural show that you've probably watched on television or seen in a movie, there is a squad room. You know, how dark and ominous that squad room is, I leave to you. But typically, the thing to keep about in the City of Night, because it is in City of Night, okay? I'll clarify one other thing. There is day, night where we are. There is the main thoroughfares, like the main caravan and main roads and such that come into the city proper. There's a little pocket in between that they actually call the Dusk Quarter because it sits between the two. And you go where you want to go kind of from there, but that's the main thoroughfare to come into the city. For you guys, it will be down into the the City of Night proper. So you have a station. You know, you're not at the main station. You probably have a smaller station house that you're based out of. I'm not gonna pull out a huge city map and wear you down with, oh, this street goes to here and blah blah blah. The biggest things you need to worry about is where your beat is, which your beat is kind of the entire upper part of the City of Night now because of your new stations or new titles. The only areas to really keep proper are the inner city and the outer ring. The outer ring is exactly what you think it is. It is just towers and structures that are on the outside edge of that city, okay, where you can actually go see some daylight or some moonlight, get some fresh air. That's another big thing is kind of when you get towards the middle, it gets a little stale in here sometimes, you know.
So I'm sorry. Our beat is the inner ring, or is it the? Or I'm sorry, the
Both.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
you're covering
The
the
whole
city of
city.
Night. You're covering City of Night proper because
Okay.
that's what your job is now. As Night Guard, you basically are going to go in here and get your squad assignments, and your commanding officer, who we will meet in just a moment, basically goes through the normal assignments. We need to watch this place. There's a festival here this night. I need extra people there. That sort of thing. You're all dismissed. Okay, you 4 or you 10 or however many of the Night Guard are stationed here this night will be like, I need you to deal with this and you deal with this. You know, something that has been assigned to you. I didn't put it on your character sheet because one of you gets to carry it. Okay, one of you has a speaking stone. Speaking stone is a small little stone about yay big, and it's literally your walkie. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it.
We can only afford one for the
But,
4 of
but
us.
we only can. But we honestly, you're literally reading my mind. Is that
City services, man.
We can only really afford the one, and one of you get to choose who carries it.
Well, I think we all know who has the most training in elocution and diction, and whose voice charms every single listener who its dulcet tones
Right.
fall upon.
This is one of those moments in life
I don't
where
understand why there would be any other choice besides?
I'm okay with this. He's gonna make him talk in this voice more using
Yeah.
this walkie-talkie.
Oh,
So
strong logic.
I'm okay with this.
I'm into
Yeah,
it.
this is gonna
Yes.
happen. Yep.
I have the speaking stone. This is
Just does it
Tiana
all the time.
Vosh broadcasting to you from the outer
Man, this isn't
ring.
your 3
We are
a.m. jazz set, your jazz
our
block.
way.
It's
Yeah.
always 3 a.m. here.
Here's what I suspect may have happened is that somebody else has the actual speaking stone, and somebody at HQ has given me just a stone
Fake
that
one.
they claim is magical.
A one that is broken.
Oh, yes.
I'm on board with that.
Yes.
And another thing you're going to find with me is, you guys got some inspiration. I still hand it out. I hand it out like candy because good role playing and good ideas and things like that, even if it's a joke or whatever that's particular, it's like, man, everybody laughed at that. Take inspiration because your first level, you didn't need it.
Oh yeah.
Okay? So
you're saying we do have it now?
yeah. I'll give
Okay,
you
cool.
inspiration. I'll give
I'm
you
gonna
inspiration.
write that down. So
Check
what's
one,
happening?
check
It's a
two,
Everything gets so close to me every time.
check.
No, actually, hey, I think he does.
Just
I'm like the antenna for him to get a better
Yeah,
signal.
exactly. I
this
think, yeah.
is aspiring Lieutenant Tiana Vosh reporting in.
It's my antenna.
That's your antenna.
To help you with the broadcast.
That is
You need to
fantastic.
turn a little bit. I can't hear them when they respond back. I don't know why.
Are you sure this is helping?
Well, try to.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we need you to lift a larger
Leaning right into
rock.
that dwarf voice. Yeah, I'll lean right into it. Okay, so I won't bog you guys down with like different racial stuff for Karthun and all that, because that'd take forever. We're not going to do that. We'll play these characters as you see fit, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
So this session basically starts in. Yes, Tom.
My only question is about the inspiration thing that just happened. Is that just an inspiration for us that we can spend, or is it like an ongoing thing for the rest of the hour?
I'll give you like. I guess it would be.
We can use other tokens.
We can
if
use
you
other
wanna.
tokens for those.
Yeah, there's this bin right there.
Yeah,
next to
hey,
you.
let's do that.
Those can be
I'll do that.
inspiration.
I will hand those out. Just to get you guys started. Hand those out.
All right.
Cool.
And spend them as you would. Because that's the other thing I know.
You have it. You don't even need a token.
I
You want
know.
Once it runs out,
Double
I will need it.
inspiration.
That's
That's
true.
true.
Yeah.
Alright.
Because that's the other thing that there's little house rule stuff that
the
I
one I
do
rolled for
that
before,
I
right?
will kind of go as it
Oh,
comes
yeah.
up.
So
but
just
that's
save
a
that
big
for
one
later.
for me.
Just save
Is
that,
yeah.
I personally like having more than one inspiration in somebody's pocket. If they've earned it, let them use it because they're going to spend it. Because in those clutch moments, come on. If you roll 2 10s, that's not. I can't control that. But you had 2 chances, so great. Okay, so the case may be, we'll start here. So basically, you guys are starting in your squad room. Okay, you are on the night shift, at least until further notice. Anyway, maybe some of you might suspect that is probably why you received your promotions, or a reason why, because there have been incidents where some of the night guard numbers have been dwindling a little bit. You're not really sure why, but for whatever reason, some of the criminal element, let me rephrase that, some of the smarter, more organized criminal element in the city of Night have not necessarily gone to war with the Night Guard, but it is suspected that they have turned up their efforts. If things are, think about it in terms of, we know you're out there, we have a job to do, and sometimes you're going to butt heads, but very rarely do any of these organizations say, we're going to go right after Night Guard, because they know that can bring a lot of problems down on them. But you've had some Night Guard that have been disappearing lately, and it's been an issue. So maybe that's part of the reason why you got your call-ups a little early.
Okay.
Maybe you should be higher level. Who knows? Whatever the
We'll take it. Level 2.
But you'll take it. Level 2.
How much to unlock level 2?
How much to unlock level 2?
Yes.
I would do that. Could you level quickly? I would do that.
1K? 1K? We hit
1K? What do you have?
Yeah.
How far are we from our 5,600 goal?
We are at 5,079 as of the last update, so we may have some more donations coming in.
So we beat 56K.
Okay.
No, 5,000.
Oh,
We're
sorry.
trying to get 5,600.
But we are
I don't know how numbers
we're
work.
at 335 for this stream right now.
Okay, gotcha.
It seems to me, it seems fair if we actually break the record 5601,
Oh, sure.
that we would become level 2.
I like that.
I buy
Okay.
That's
I
a
buy that
worthy
logic.
goal.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fight against that.
All right.
Maybe we break level 5
I
instead.
don't think it's going to be a ton
buy
of
that
fun.
logic.
He's not going to fight it,
I
so
don't think it'll take a
guys,
lot of math.
let's keep going.
What if we became level 2 and got 5 magic items each?
We would kill ourselves with those.
Sure.
For sure. Before
Yeah.
we kill anybody.
5 ever-burning torches for the group. There you go. And you got one to sit on. There you
In
go.
the city of night, ever-burning torches value that.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, I wasn't just throwing it out there. Come on. All right. Oh, but in terms of, oh man, what is the lighting situation down here?
Yeah.
Lots of torchlight, lots of lantern lights and things like that. While there are dark corners, of course, because come on, that's just more fun. You can see your way down the major thoroughfares, no problem. The whole deal. So, but now let's finally.
So
get
the bard
this
is
thing
totally
started.
appropriate for 3 a.m. torch songs.
Yes, every hour is the witching hour when you're with Tiana Vash here on my sending stone.
3 a.m. smooth jazz. That's right. That's right.
You
Yeah.
did this to you,
So I was
not
gonna-
me.
So what I was going to say
Creepiest
before I
game
roll
of
into the
D&D
session proper
ever.
is I feel that this is going to be one of those moments where I'm truly going to really regret getting what I wished for. I have campaigned for this for a very long time, and I'm going to regret it. I really am.
You wanted Tom Lommel to play Bard. You begged for it, and here we are.
But I can see how much fun you're already having.
He's nothing
So
but
who's
smile, yeah.
I mean,
You're right about that too. This is really fun to be super annoying.
I just said you were going to have fun. I didn't put a flavor on it. All right. I just said you were going to have a good time. No. And
Very good.
you're going to play bards forever. So let's get into this thing. So
Before
you're.
you get too far in, another PC has inspiration.
Oh, really? Man, you guys.
High or low, buddy?
Yeah. all right.
I'll
Right?
go.
You've got the hour, right? Is that-
We have our-
They both
No,
have the hour.
They both have the hour.
Me or you?
I don't know.
Rock, paper, scissors?
You want to roll off? Let's roll off.
Roll off. Okay.
Roll off. Just
Each
just
one.
an old-fashioned
Whoever's
beat.
highest, whoever's highest.
Old-fashioned beat off. I mean, a roll off.
Got it.
Oh,
13.
Yeah.
You got it.
Sweet. So mine will end at 3, we'll say.
Yeah.
I get that extra minute.
works.
All right.
I like that you're setting alarms for yourselves.
I'm not saying, I just look at my phone.
Yeah, it's very, very.
I'll remember.
Oh, that's what you were talking into. I was like, what was the prop he
You
was
eating
using?
your sending
It's-
stone? Don't eat your sending
Oh,
stone.
man, Lisa, I'm sorry. I didn't eat between sessions. I told you I was going to,
See?
and I didn't. Because
Stop
I had
being
to
a smart man.
hurry. I had
Now
to
you
do
have to
stuff.
talk a lot.
Okay, I have to talk a lot.
Start talking.
Share your
Okay,
muffin
let's
with
start
them.
talking. So, basically, here's what you get. Squad room, okay? You're probably somewhere around the border-ish between the inner city and the outer ring, okay? You're near a pretty popular thoroughfare, okay? You are, for what I guess for lack of a better term, you're kind of in the tavern district, okay? Lot of local, a lot of nightlife. There are plenty of taverns, inns, all those things down here. Probably if we got to the other side of the city of Night proper, you get more into the residential section. You guys don't get there that often. For now, with your normal beat, they've decided to keep you roughly around this area because you know it so well. Some of you, in fact, I believe your resident ex-criminal,
We hope.
for your
We'll find out.
criminal background, even has said informants and
Yes.
things like that. Do not be afraid, based on who your characters are. Do not be afraid to pipe up and say, "We're looking for blah." Man, do I have an informant? Do I have a CI somewhere that might be able to help me out with that? Possibly they do. You specifically have that.
Yes. His name and everything.
You, in my mind, are going to have a much higher success rate with that. You guys can take shots in the dark if you want, and we'll see.
all in the
See if
dark
we'll see if it shakes out. So, at any rate, squadron. At this point, your commanding officer, who is, if you guys are taking notes,
some grizzled cigar chomping old guy or something.
cigar chomping older lady, as a matter of fact.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Check yourself.
Cigar chomping older lady. She is Lieutenant Drosh.
Drosh.
Drosh. D-R-O-S-H.
Nice.
Human. She is an older lady. Has literally, you're probably already making a mental picture for yourself, but kind of probably in her late 40s, early 50s. She has been a member of the Night Guard for a while, but has that reputation for she probably should be higher in the ranks than what she is, but for a myriad of reasons she's not, and she's here. Yes, that is absolutely random. But she's here, you know, and she is no nonsense. She does a good job, but she's not the kind that's like, turn in your badge and your gun. She's not that kind of person.
I've got Sigourney Weaver. Anybody else got Sigourney Weaver?
You know what? You know what?
Sigourney Weaver.
I'm with a. Are we talking short hair Sigourney Weaver? We talking longer?
Yeah, I'm talking about short hair. Get away from her, you bitch.
We're talking aliens Sigourney Weaver. Sold. I will write that down.
Cool.
So that's who we're talking about. You know, probably got a little bit of gray in her hair. Whole deal. But she has done the normal briefing for the unis, essentially, and sent them out, the beat cops, okay? She sent them on their way, and now it's time to talk to the four of you. You've also noticed that you are the only 4 night guard in here tonight. No. Normally there's a few others. There's multiple things going on. And she's standing behind the podium, and she kind of, okay, they're done. Let's talk to you now. Let me tell you what I need you to do. Everyone's uniforms, okay? Get your badges.
Lieutenant Drosh, I have to just let you know I've been having some problems with my sending stone. It appears to transmit perfectly, but it does not get very good reception. My cohort, Steld here, has been helping me try to dial in the functionality of this beautiful magical instrument, but perhaps you could replace it. It appears to be somewhat defective.
Sure, that's not a problem. Just go ahead and fill out a form, and we'll put in a requisition for that.
All
In the
right.
meantime, you
We're
could
just
be
laughing.
In the meantime, as she's looking at the three of you, she could be getting interference from some of the structures, but it should be fine. Just keep trying it for now, and we'll get you a new one.
All right, well, maybe if we climb on the roof or something,
Oh,
we'll be able to
we-
broadcast
No.
more.
I could try bunny ears up there.
No, don't climb on the roof. Don't climb on the roof.
We'll do it in our old times.
I assure you, we have no intention of ever climbing on the roof.
I would.
Excellent. So, just fill out that paperwork, and we'll get that going. Again, with a few glances. Do not let him do it. So, do not let him replace that, please. But she kind of.
Where's the precinct clerk, by the way? That's the disadvantage to working the night shift. All of the administrative people come in during the day.
Yeah, that's why I said file papers, and I'll make sure they're turned in, and I'll get it up the chain for you. So here's what's going on, and literally, normally she gives this kind of standing behind the podium, is pretty formal about it. She kind of walks around the podium tonight and is almost doing the not, trying to be cool, leaning on the desk, let me rap with you guys for a minute kind of way, but she is being a little less formal and kind of doing your new uniforms, they fit, everything fine. Speaking stones aside, everything's okay.
I feel like I look amazing.
You did.
I got this new shirt recently, and it complements my figure.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me confidence.
Makes you look awesome.
It makes me look awesome.
It's very inspiring.
Thank you for your patronage and your leadership.
Thank you for your inspiration. No. Thank you for the inspiration you just gave me.
Helmus has the very stereotypical rogues look in the uniform with the dark hood, and the effect is slightly ruined by the fact that the sleeves are so long they're coming over the tips of their fingers, and so coming out of the shadows they say,
Well, it's a little loose, but I think we'll make it work, sirs, ma'am, sir.
Okay.
Is that her name?
All right. Same thing. If there's a problem, we'll have it fixed. We don't have time tonight, but we'll look into it.
Understood, sir, ma'am, sir.
I have to see the clerk anyway about some requisition forms that I've been told I need to fill out. If you'd like, I can help you fill out a requisition for proper uniform fitting.
Oh, someone of your standing, I would be happy to turn in that paperwork on your behalf, sir.
Well, I will get that.
Good job.
I will turn over my forms to you just as soon as I'm finished filling them out.
Happy to help.
Excellent. That's what I like to see. That's good. It's good squad morale. That's awesome. I like
Float
that.
back into the shadows.
Yes.
We're
But I like it. You're just literally 2 steps back into shadow. It's like, no, it's right there. Live it. I understand. But you have her, she kind of, all that aside, it's your first night doing this. And I always want to have a little bit more of a conversation with new guard that are going out on their first night. This isn't going to be exactly like what you're used to. I know previously it's been go here, watch a caravan, go here, watch this place, oh there's a party, go break up the disorder, break up a disturbance, those types of things. And that's good work. That's good Nightman work. But what you're going to do is a little bit more than that. You're going to have to be part Nightman, part detective. You're going to have to really draw upon your skill sets to get things done. Because the things I'm going to be sending you into are slightly more dangerous, on a given night. Some nights will be completely uneventful, others not so much. So tonight, unfortunately, I have to send you into the not deep end of the pool, but I do have to send you into the not shallow end of the pool. So there's really not going to be any time for breaking you in. So here's the way it goes. I've got orders from upstairs. And when she says by upstairs, she doesn't mean just the higher ups within the night guard. She means the actual leadership of the city, up in the city of day. I've got orders from upstairs that a piece of illicit, let's just call it a piece of illicit cargo, has come into the city of night. This is nothing any of you are unfamiliar with. This is a popular location for moving goods from point A to point B without many questions asked. Tonight, I need you to do your best to track down a piece of this cargo that has come into the city. All I was told is that it is, and don't laugh, it's a cabinet. It's an antique cabinet. That's all they told me. Apparently someone up in the city of Day, one of the well-to-dos, bought it, and the delivery was intercepted on the way here. And now it is here to be sold and fenced and moved along to wherever. I need you to find it. Normally I would say, you just lost a piece of cargo, you lost something you bought, that's a shame, but too bad. I need you to track it. I need you to find it. So I can give you a few places to start. Actually, I can only really give you one place maybe to start. Otherwise, I'm going to need you to lean on your CIs, use your resources, and try to track this thing down. We have to at least take an evening to make a go of it, just to get people off my back. So you're kind of doing me a favor here, okay?
Absolutely, sir, ma'am, sir.
I like your enthusiasm, Helmus. Excuse me.
Do you know, Lieutenant Dosh, not if you are entertaining questions at this point, I don't want to interrupt your briefing, but if so, do you know if this cabinet has any sort of magical qualities to it, or what might make this particular antiquity so valuable that someone would call upon the skills of 4 young, dedicated detectives such as ourselves to track this down?
Your melodrama aside, no.
I don't follow your meaning.
Can never be put aside.
It's true. It is just kind of always there, isn't it?
The mellow part I get, but I can assure you all, this is a drama-free zone. Ladies and gentlemen, everything is unlocked.
Everything is unlocked.
Everything?
I don't even have to use my thieves' tools.
I looked and was like, I was doing the math.